If you play Minecraft and I showed you this picture, you would instantly know what this is. This L-shaped dirt island surrounded by a sea of endless void consisting of only a chest and an oak tree. A simple and relatively small island that owns the title as arguably the best Minecraft map ever. And I want to figure out why. But before we begin, hi, my name is FableThan and welcome to FableThan's Corner. For this video, I wanted to look at the iconic Minecraft map Skyblock and try to figure out why this simple map, made all the way back in 2011, has become arguably one of the best ways to play the game. That being said, I seem to have found myself trapped on a floating island, and the only way I can gather resources is if the sapling grows. If you could, can you hit that subscribe button below this video? I heard that if you subscribe, it would make the tree grow faster. Did you press it yet? Now where was I? Right, Skyblock. So I think it's important to clarify that though I'm explaining Skyblock is arguably the best way to play Minecraft, I'm not exactly talking about the original map made by Noob Crew on September 4, 2011. At least I think that's the original creator and date of Skyblock's creation, but I don't want to derail too much. But what I mean is that, like many older game modes in Minecraft, the concept of Skyblock itself has diversified and evolved. Think of this style of progression. First, you have the single-player Skyblock. After that, you have multiplayer Skyblock, which is just playing the original single-player map with friends. But this feels too cramped, and people already have a habit of knocking each other off. So give everyone their own Skyblock island, and they can fight. Like that, Sky Wars was invented. Want to add a respawn function into your Sky Wars game? Well, just give every team an infinite amount of spawns until a certain block is broken. And like that, you have Egg Wars and the more iconic Bed Wars, which in the modern day has probably been the most successful and popular minigame. But that isn't the only way Skyblock has evolved. Let's return to the original Skyblock survival map. Now naturally, like most survival modes, you can instead play it on hardcore difficulty, handicapping yourself to 1 life. Want to make Skyblock more challenging? Well, you can remove the tree and even the chest and make item collection that much more difficult. Why stop there? You can create a Skyblock map with only 1 block. You could run a data pack that lets the singular block generate into more resources, or you can play the game with no data pack and really test your skills to see how you can expand your tiny island. But we can go even further. You can design the island with several different variations and change what resources are present. You could run different data packs or mods to make playing more easy or challenging. You can add multiple islands. You could turn the game mode into a grid of blocks spaced equidistant from each other. There is a lot that you can do with this simple premise of a survival island amongst the abyss. I mean, you can't have the late great Technoblade's Great Potato War videos unless Hypixel looked at the Skyblock formula and thought it would work as an MMORPG. It's through this, we can theorize that one of the reasons why Skyblock is one of the best Minecraft maps is due to its simple and easy to understand premise, and the ability to alternate the map in a plethora of ways to keep the concept feeling fresh and unique. That being said, there are still 3 different reasons why I think Skyblock has become one of the best ways to play Minecraft. And with that, let's move on to one of the first of these points: the limitation of resources. So what do I mean by the limitation of resources? Well, in a layman's terms, Minecraft is a sandbox game that prioritizes having several ways to collect and farm resources, while also being a game with a large world size that allows for a vast quantity of any resource you would possibly want. I was going to explain this as going into an ice cream store and having every flavor that you would want or imagine. But the analogy wasn't fitting perfectly, and I kept spending too long talking about ice cream. So let's use Minecraft examples instead. First, let's look at iron. The most conventional method of obtaining iron is to mine for it, by locating mountainous biomes to maximize the ore generation. However, that isn't the only way to collect these resources, since you could find iron as well in naturally spawning chests, or through killing naturally spawning golems. Iron golems specifically can be turned into automatic iron farms, maximizing iron collection to a point that you will never run out of the resource. But sometimes these resources don't need to be farmable to amass a large quantity of the material. Wood is one of the most abundant and easy to obtain resources in most world generations, since most forest-type biomes have trees and tons of them. Now, you could create a tree farm and even make them semi-automatic by using bone meal and redstone. However, this isn't necessary. It's not even necessary to plant saplings to get extra logs. With how many trees spawn in your Minecraft world, you can tear down a tree, then take a few steps over to the next one, and never worry about replanting. In normal Minecraft worlds, the abundance of resource is great since it can help any survival world to have easy access to whatever resource is needed for certain projects, so long as you have the time to farm it. But that's where Skyblock differs. Given that it's a small island, at first glance, there is a clear downgrade on the amount of resources you have. Sure, you have a tree, but once you farm all the logs, you'll have to pray to get a sapling, then wait for it to grow. Until the sapling fully grows, you will have to make sure not to waste any of your 16 to 24 wooden planks. Sure, you can create a cobblestone generator, but until that new tree grows, once your last pickaxe breaks, you will not be able to mine again until you can make another one. There are only so many dirt blocks you have at your disposal for farming, and other resources like ores and animal byproducts do not seem feasible in your current situation. Where normal Minecraft is a game where every single resource is basically at your disposal as long as you take time to search for it, Skyblock is a game mode where you only have a few ways of gathering resources, and you have to make sure that every block is maximized. You can't just accidentally craft your stack of planks into 8 chests. You need to make sure that every item is used to the fullest. Now, I'm not saying Skyblock's philosophy on resource management is better than regular Minecraft's philosophy. Nor am I saying Skyblock is the only style of gameplay that creates this sort of challenge regarding resource management. But what I am saying is that part of Skyblock's appeal is the philosophy of resource limitation and management. It's a pretty simple way of adding some challenge to your Minecraft gameplay that leads us to the second point that I want to make. Skyblock rewards player knowledge. And this is pretty easy to see. Think about the following Minecraft builds: the cobblestone generator and the mob farm. Even if you haven't made either one of these contraptions, you definitely would know about them or know that there are tons of tutorials on how to make one. Now sure, you can create these things in a regular survival world. However, they aren't necessary in order to amass a lot of cobblestone or hostile mob loot. That being said, in Skyblock, these contraptions are essential to progress. There is almost no way to consistently get cobblestone or hostile mob loot in Skyblock without these contraptions. And these contraptions that help progress your Skyblock world only reward you if you have some knowledge of the Minecraft gameplay. For cobblestone generators, you would have to know how water and lava interact to avoid making obsidian. In mob farms, you need to at least have a general understanding of how hostile mobs spawn to encourage their spawn rates. And the rewards for your Minecraft knowledge doesn't end there. Do you know how passive mobs spawn? Well, you could work your way into getting a passive mob farm. Do you know how to turn zombies into drowns? Well, now you have access to copper. Do you understand Minecraft's weather mechanics? Well, now you can make zombified piglins utilizing lightning storms, which gives you gold. Do you understand villager mechanics? Well, now you can cure the zombified villagers that spawn and get access to the overpowered villager trades, which can get you access to the iron golems, which can lead to iron farms, etc, etc. It can be very rewarding to see your Minecraft knowledge pay off by turning the infinite void surrounding you into a prosperous island by only using the minimal resources at your disposal. And this premise leads us to our final reason for why Skyblock is such a fascinating way to play Minecraft: the void. Now, in most normal survival worlds, you aren't often dealing with the void. Unless you use glitches to break bedrock, the only time you are encountering the void is if you are in the end dimension. This naturally generating hazard is one of the most oppressive threats to survival. Unlike lava that can be counteracted with fire protection or fire resistance, unlike drowning that can be blocked by water breathing or respiration, and even unlike fall damage being negated by a plethora of ways, there are fairly minimal things you can do once you fall in the void. If you don't have access to an elytra, your best bet is to have the skills to land an ender pearl, or have a water elevator already put in place with the expectation that you were going to fall anyway. And that's it. If you do end up dying in the void, like lava, you lose everything. This is a key selling point of Skyblock, since it bolsters the aforementioned notions of resource limitation and management. Because if you fall, no amount of smart crafting or item limitation is going to save the items you fell with. Now, of the points I mentioned, this isn't the most important factor of Skyblock's success. And more, I wanted to mention it because it bolsters what does make Skyblock fascinating. But these have been the main takeaways of what has made Skyblock one of, if not the best, Minecraft minigames ever. It's a game that is simple in concept, easy to understand, rewards player knowledge, and isn't too difficult, but still challenges the player to manage their resources. Truthfully, it really is fascinating to see how much Skyblock has stood the test of time, evolved, and stayed as one of the main ways people enjoy playing this amazing game we love. Comment down below your thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys think. And again, my name is FableThan, this is FableThan's Corner, and I hope you all enjoyed.